Scott King here with Justin Furstenfeld of Blue October and author of the new book, Crazy Making. You guys are in here, well you're here tonight, tomorrow at Main Stage doing the open book tour. How do you structure that differently than the regular concerts you guys have done over the years?
The open book tour is it's more about the book and the story of where I've gone and where I've been and where I'm at today. So structuring the show is pretty simple because each chapter is an album, you know. So I'll start with the Answers album and then work our way up, and then just show people how certain songs were written, why certain songs were written, the stories behind them, and then it leads up to where I am today, in a more serene, peaceful place, and how I actually got there. You know, it's kind of like the story of how to get to the light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure.
You know, and so that's why I love doing the show.
Now, you mentioned it, and it definitely seems to be the case that you're in a happier place now, you're very content with your personal life. Does that change the music at all? Where all the music before, as beautiful as it was, it came from pain, it came from your experiences?
It definitely changes the music, but it changes it for the better. I don't think I could have gone any darker than I did the last album. And while that album needed to be done because it was about my daughter, it took me to a place that, you know, that I would never want anybody to have to go to, but it also took me to a moment of clarity afterwards in the fact of knowing that I don't have to go this far anymore. I can actually find a place and find peace in life and realize that there's miracles all around me, and there's really nowhere you can go when you're in the bottom except for up, you know. So
yeah. Can you talk about what it was like for you being at the bottom? What was it for you that was the bottom, and how do you get past that?
The bottom for me was when I found myself in the darkness and the sadness of not being able to be with my daughter, and just the nastiness in the legal system that took me to the point of where depression hit so hard that my bottom actually was not that situation. My bottom was how I let it control me to the point of where I started numbing myself again and started drinking and using again.
Sure.
That wasn't the right path. So my bottom was when I gave up and said, I guess drugs are the way. And luckily my band and my wife and the people who love me gathered around me and said, dude, you're too good for this. Get your shit cleaned up. And I did. And it's such a difference knowing that there is a life out there, that despite what pain hits you and despite what life may occur, that the solution is never to self-medicate or slowly kill yourself.
Sure.
You know, the solution is living and manning up and being a real person about it, and then admitting your faults. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this tour, is because a part of my program of recovery is making amends to people that I'd lied to and hurt, and most of those were the fans, because I was, you know, going around singing songs like I'm sober now for 3 months when I had relapse. You know?
Sure.
So it's definitely a way to wipe the slate clean for myself, but I'm also powerless over their reactions. I'm also powerless over if they dislike me or not. This is not for an approval tour. This is for me to shut the door on all the bullshit. So when the new album, August 20th, comes out for Blue October, we can start fresh and be at a really good place. We don't have to bring all that shit up.
Right. At what age do you find music and you realize you have a knack and a gift for it, and then does the songwriting come later?
At what age?
Yeah.
Probably like 6.
Okay.
Because I wrote a song about a kite, and it was so good that the teacher let me sing it for the whole school, and that's when I realized, I guess I did something really cool here. So then I just kept writing songs and kept writing short stories and stuff like that, and the next thing you know, I'm writing poetry in middle school and getting 100 pluses on it, and then going to high school for the performing arts for creative writing and theater, and then I get out and I put them both together and collide and make a project called Blue October. Meant to be.
Thanks so much, dude.
God bless. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much. Appreciate it. That was cool.